All right, let's talk about these brain waves, shall we? That I have mentioned on many videos, etc. So we've got beta, alpha, theta, delta. Beta is your alert. Alpha, you're in creativity. Theta, you're in more of what we call twilight dreamier state, meditative state. And you got delta, sleep. So I like to look at it like a dimmer switch because you can visually see what a dimmer switch can do that has to be manually worked. Lights completely on, you're in beta. You're aware, you know of your current movements. Fight or flight, you're in protective mode. Turn the light down a little bit. Now you're cooling that beta down. You're giving a little bit of warmth wave. Now you're in this alpha, creative, I want to build, solution solving. I want to cook, I want to walk, I want to play, I want to solve, I want to resolve. And then you got to turn that switch down a little bit more and you're going to go into theta. Now your body's feeling super relaxed, almost as if it's an effort to make any physical movement. And you're just in this hypnotic space and place where you're just in a creamy, dreamy place. And it's in those spaces that you can go into the subconscious. You can reorganize things. And in reorganizing things, which I call emotional release trauma techniques, past life regression work that I do. But while you're reorganizing, you're going to find some golden nuggets in your inner voice that develops power tools on how to co-create and how to listen. And then how to bring that co-creation and that listening back into the alpha, where you can physically move and begin to tangibly create or manifest from what you were in the theta, and then bring that all the way up into your beta. So the waves sort of wash over, and one becomes cooling and one becomes warming. And there's different levels to the beta, and different levels to the alpha, and different levels to the theta, and different levels to the delta. And when you're coming out of that delta, you're bringing what occurred through that sleep state into a semi-mindful awareness. And once you gently reach closer to that alpha, you completely forget about the theta. And then once you're in that alpha, you need to get to the beta, get the gear moving, because you got to do 10 and 2. You got to drive around and get your routine in gear, which is where we stay so much of the time fighting to maybe get into some alpha. So we don't feel like we have so many problems that we just can't solve. We want to relax, get into that alpha. Take a wave down, bring a wave up. So now we're functioning in that creative zone. And then when we really kind of want to mastermind some things, we want to get down into that theta, whether it's sit and meditate, or it's physically go for a walk and find a place to sit, and then zero out, exterior, focusing on the interior, and having to learn how to commingle in your creations, letting the ego be over there resting. That's memories, that's my to-do list, that's am I safe list. And you're in this space and in this wave of just in the beingness. And it's in these spaces that your inner voice finds a safe space, place to begin to express. And in those expressions, you learn to listen and create trust. And then you bring that up into the alpha. And then you bring that up into the beta. And the more you practice these waves, and the waves bringing them up, the waves of cooling each one down and bringing the warmth up, then you're in these different gears, these different spaces within these waves. They have their cycles. And the more that you practice them and hone them in, you begin to develop these super tools. And then when you need to call upon the different waves, you can and receive answers. But it takes practice, my friends. It takes practice. And I would love to practice with you. embodimentofthesoul.com. Would love to practice with you so that when you go out on your own, you're like, yes, I'm learning how to be the best co-creator in my commander seat and understand that I have full control of my dimmer switch. I have full control of my dials. I have full control. Full control. Doesn't that excite you? Because it sure as hell excites me. I do this in my work because I'm trained, but I innately have always done it. And now that I'm more trained in it, I control my entire day through being aware of its waves and the roles within the waves and the cycles within the waves. So I'm not creating situations that I have to uncreate later. Karmic payback is what some would call it. Now, I learn to make the best in each moment through learning the power of this tool. And it's opened the doors to so many other waves of consciousness that allows me to glide and weave and bob and fly through with so much more grace and ease join me, my friends. Join me. Please like, subscribe, and share. Leave me a comment, and I'll see you each on the next video.